Hello people of the internet, it is I, Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where last time we had it a little bit rough with, you know, the whole getting pity Uesugi Kenshin, but the Guda event is done outside of the challenge quest, which I will be taking on today. In addition to that, we're also going to just be doing some, interludes as well, because I need the quartz, and this can give me a little bit at least. But before we jump into all that, please, for me, if you're watching this on YouTube, drop this video a like, comment down below if you have anything to say, subscribe to the channel, it always helps out and lets you know when new videos come out. And if you want to catch me live, you can always check the description down below where there are links to the Twitch and Discord, where you can follow or join to get those notifications. But, yeah, so Christmas should be dropping soon here. And with Christmas dropping will be a new event, obviously. And I'm looking forward to that. Even if I have no idea, like, how difficult it is going to be to do all the things I so wish to do. But we'll find out when the time comes. For now, we're gonna clear out the presents from the box a little bit here. And then we'll go ahead and jump into giving this challenge quest a shot. Alright, that's the box cleared. So, challenge quest at Kawanakajima. Lawless the Invincible Kenshin. So, sounds like we're up against Uesugi. And if we're up against Uesugi, that means that I need an Avenger. And, well, luckily for me, I do have quite the strong Avenger. I think I'm going to bring Scotty. Uesugi has powerful Bishamonten protections, but the effect is nullified if she doesn't have the Blessing of Bishamonten. One Blessing of Bishamonten can be removed by Noble Phantasms. Attacking Uesugi with a certain number of Noble Phantasms will maximize her MP charge. Interesting. Very interesting. We'll see how that ends up turning out. I'll go with this squad, I think. Yeah. This squad should be fine. This is the squad I generally use to farm the bleached earth, but we're gonna do a dry run here, see what this is all about. Seems like we need to get rid of these blessings of Bishamonten without NPing her too hard. But we'll find out. We shall find out. As soon as it wants to load, at least. Okay, 2 break bars. Alright. Invincible Kenshin is going to be serious. Alright. So, Blessing of Bishamonten activates Beaten's protection type effects. Beaten's amazing protection decreases damage and immune to mental effects is nullified if there is no Blessings of Bishamonten. And Beaten's amazing protection removes 1 Blessing of Bishamonten when attacked by NP. So, I've already got 1 NP going here. So we can go ahead and blast straight off the bat. We don't want to use Ephemeral Dream right away. We'll get some Gather Rate though. And we'll do a Mighty Chain with Adulter here. So the MP should remove the protection, at the very least. I bit my tongue just now. Oh, God. Okay. The protection is very potent. That complete damage nullification is terrifying. Okay, and she does have a buff null on, so we might be able to get away with not NPing again. In fact, I'm gonna bet on it. One bar down. Present for you. It's Salt. Okay, she got 2 protections that time. A little annoying. She is also wrecking shit. We can get rid of the 2 protections. Thinking, thoughts. I've got idea. Unorthodox, but potentially works, because Summer Scotty do be having an offensive NP, so this could break the bar. Last turn of Jolter having the full stream of power. Hey Janice, welcome to the stream. How be things, Crack, snap, or pop my neck. Okay, interesting. Something must have gone on, by the way, Janice, because, oh, having a... You know, that's fair. But I think something happened, because even though you resubbed 4 days ago, it's not showing as a sub. It's a bit weird. But, I decided, you know, I've done every challenge quest, I'm pretty sure at least. I've done all of them. I might have floundered a couple times, so I may as well do this one. Come on, Jolter. I don't think that was enough damage. Oh, it's so close. So very close. 100 times stronger Bishamon 10. Okay. I think that's because I hit her with one too many of the NPs there. So, I'm about to be smacked. One of my servants is. As long as it's not Jolter, I might be fine. If it is Jolter, I might be in trouble. Might being the operative word here. This is getting fun. Good gracious, what did she just give it? I saw 3 of those things, so... Oh no, it's Shelter! No! My Shelter! And there goes a Scotty anyways. Okay. This could be bad. See... Okay, I need to read everything. So, removes a blessing if... Effect is nullified if there's no blessings of Bishamonten. Effect nullified if there's no blessing of Bishamonten. Activates Beaton's protection effects. Increase charge by 1 when attacked by NPs. That's annoying. A Guts. And then 5 turns of super buffs. So, what I don't know here, though, something I'm not sure, would Melt NP cleanse all of these buffs? Or, because they're buffs that can be removed by their own effect, granted, but still, they're also in the square, so I'm not sure if that means that they, you know, can't be removed. I truly don't know, but I do effectively need to NP thrice in order to take down Uesugi here. You forgot to pay after your resub, effectively canceled. You know, that's completely fair. That is completely fair. But yeah, I'm not sure here, like... Triple NP is very annoying, and Scotty's about to go down. With the sure hit, ignore invincibility, Jolter is gonna go down from a stiff breeze. I don't know, because if Melt's buff removal works, then it's game, set, match, effectively. But I don't think it will. In which case, I'm gonna play it safe and try and stall things out a little bit. And bring the Lamb in. This is not gonna do anything, but may as well do it. And Mighty Chain. Hey, J6, welcome to the stream. Happy things. Congrats. I did see that in the Discord before I booted up for live. How difficult was the higher tiers of the Undertaker's Remembrance? Getting Pagoda. There goes Shelter, just like I figured. Deleted. Oh, and she... Sure. This makes sense. Somehow, some way, how? Legit, how did that just happen? She did a normal attack into an NP. That's something only we should be able to do. Not the NPCs, only us. This is no bueno. This is no bueno at all. Just trying to think. Because I'm down one command seal because I had to use it on the bleached earth this morning. Otherwise, I would just let them wipe and then command seal revive, but I don't know, like, if I seal now and I don't get the kill, I'm gonna not seal, and I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Second is the hardest of the three, in your opinion, and Switch 2 because of Ramadan? I mean, it's the holiday season, so I would not be surprised at price increases. There's the resub, and it's boosted you up to somehow that resub boosted you up to 5 total months subbed. Even though you were at 4 months literally a couple days ago, Janice. Very nice game in the system there. Alright. This is the moment of truth. Will this effectively wipe out all of her buffs? Oh, I thought you meant Ramadan as in the holiday. Ramageddon. Okay, I get where you're going. I think that did not remove any of those buffs. That's very annoying. I don't think I can do this one without command seals, honestly. I legitimately do not think I can do this one without having 3 command seals. They have to be. Because I need a full res, because, I mean, effectively having to NP thrice in the final turn, with each NP giving her more charge. Which means that I must use the rainbow command seals. Feel the rainbow, taste the rainbow. I know, and my quartz are very limited supply as well, which makes it all the more painful. All the more painful. Okay. Pop that into that. That's not needed. 1, 2, and delete. That's what, yeah, I mean, I am bond farming. The waifus are all getting their bond farmed up. It's why I'm down a seal in the first place, because I had to frickin' use it on the bond thing. Granted, because of this event, I've not done any of the rank up quests that I've unlocked, so I do have some quartz waiting in the wings, you know, so that's something at least. Alright, she still does have a guts, is the main issue, and I do not know if it's a full guts or a partial guts. And strong as Shelter is, she is not strong enough to nuke. We did disable pretty much everything. There is that. She is now fully NP'd up. But this could be game set match. It was a half charge. Okay. But yeah, I think if I had full command seals, I would not have needed to use any quartz there. Oh, there we go. Uesugi Kenshin is defeated. And she cost me even more quartz now that I'm thinking about it. Good gracious. She truly does love the quartz from me, doesn't she? It's almost appropriate, honestly, thinking about it, that it took a quartz to beat her, considering it took so much quartz to get her. I should have foreseen that. That was foreshadowed. That's what they call S-tier foreshadowing, I guess. Effectively, yes. You had to redo the Undertaker's third remembrance because you missed the last step. You messed up the last step. Interesting. Well, don't spoil what it is, because I look forward to doing it myself, because I think I've unlocked the second one so far, so I look forward to seeing what the rest is. But for now, with the main bit done, it is time to jump in and do some interludes. It looks like Ishtar and Young Lee will be the interludes for the day, and we'll make some of that quartz back, it seems, so that's good. Ishtar's 11. Are we about to do a heist of some kind? This is definitely an Ocean's 11 callback, at least as far as the naming scheme goes. And we're gonna do a little bit of rearranging to be back in proper order, so that way when I bond farm, I'm not completely screwed up. But yeah, I mean, like, these three are getting bond boosted here. Both shelters are approaching only 500,000 bond 11. And then it's going to be the Achons going in, and then the Kamas, and then a Resh. And then when they're all bond 11, it'll be the same to bond 12. We'll jump in. Heal store for the final. Interesting. So heal store and not whatever the new night final one is. But begone! That bot was made 2 days ago. Hi, what a wonderful day here in Chaldea, don't you think, Master? By the way, I have something to ask you. Okay, we're being kinda rude here. Like, I know she can be a useless goddess at times, but both of these options are kind of rude. Let's not be... The first option is clearly the less rude one, so there's something I need to do. And Nash has a shirt with I'm something on it, so, you know, that's the something Ishtar. I'm sure if anybody would understand it would be Ishtar, you know? Hey, congrats, J6, congrats. I honestly look forward to when I get to the Mega Dimensions DLC. I have no idea how far off I am. I think didn't I just reach rank C? So it's gotta be getting close, right? Just what kind of response is that? Just sit and listen. You too, Mash. Oh, Mash is here with me, yeah. Like I said, I've got something to do, and Mash has a shirt that has an arrow pointing at herself saying she's something. That's honestly not unfortunate. That is quite fortunate. Because I want to make a shiny living dex, after all. Me too. What I want to talk about should be obvious. We need to discuss my reward. Reward? But there's no record of Senpai ever asking you to do anything. Well, not here in Chaldea, but if you remember, I did something really big back in Uruk. Oh, right, the Three Goddess Alliance incident. Now, do you remember? If my memory serves, I was never compensated for my services. In exchange for my invaluable assistance, you promised me some valuables from you-know-whose treasury. Voldemort? Wow, the Harry Potter tie-in was completely unexpected here. Completely unexpected, the Harry Potter tie-in. I have no idea why you're talking about donuts, J6. 10%? 20%? Or was it 30%? How do you know that? Did you really think you could keep that from me? As if. You'd be lucky if I let you slither away from my shrine like a snake, trying to pull a stunt like that. I bet he was the one who talked you into that scheme, but that won't fly with me. Well, at that time... It's true that we were in a dire situation, but I believe the terms set by Master were valid. I do recall, yes. Both from the anime and from the game. Yes, they were valid, and that's why you're going to keep your word, right? Forsaking an oath made to a goddess is a grave, grave crime. Normally, I'd punish you by dropping you into my mini Venus so you could suffer an incredible winds for a decade or so. When you say suffer, I don't think we would survive 10 minutes, much less 10 years on Venus, Ishtar. I must have missed that, J6. I truly must have missed that. You used donuts. It makes sense, though. Donuts are portals to deliciousness. But since we're such good friends, Soul, we'll set that particular punishment aside. Honestly, making such a huge bluff in a situation so dire took real guts, which means you must be a reliable master. But any oath I make binds me as well, even if it is just a verbal contract. I'm sure you all know what happens if an oath a goddess makes is broken, right? Very much. Yeah, very much. Quetzalcoatl lost a lot of power. She kind of got... Wasn't it like thematically lightning struck her or something? Exactly. I'm glad you're keeping up here. Would we, though? I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't die instantly. Like, if you were suddenly teleported there. In this case, if you do not give me my promised reward, you'll face swift and severe divine punishment. It's up to you whether Chaldea here ends up like Mount Eba. You know, it's interesting how sometimes they use conjunctions and sometimes they don't. Like, something I have learned about from my writing is that, generally speaking, you don't use conjunctions when not talking in character, but Ishtar is talking in character, so stuff like do not could be considered don't, you will could have been you'll. I mean, granted, she is a goddess, so perhaps a bit more of a refined speech pattern, which would mean she doesn't, but then she just used it's. So. Alright, J6. We'd be so much... Oh, hear that, Mash? We'll be so much closer to the underworld! Aresh! Senpai, this is no time to be joking around. We need to do something. Ishtar isn't the sort to make idle threats. Myth and our own experience make that very clear. Wait a minute, what do you mean your experience? Do you actually record my mistakes? Evil deeds. Well, Kid Gil mentioned that may come in handy one day. We expect the collected edition to be at least 3 full volumes. Oof. Poor Ishtar. There's no way I'd mess up 3 times in the same place. I mean... Anyway, none of us will benefit from Chaldea's destruction. So let me propose something to you. I'm heading somewhere to collect a reward, and if you help me out, I'll forgive your debt and crimes. What do you think? It's not like I'm gonna steal Soul's savings or anything. Don't you think this is an amazing offer? I don't have savings. I burned all my savings. Working as your collections agents? Based on what you were saying, you mean... Must risk my life for money now. I could see it. I'm sure Gil is No. Enkidu is Ishtar's biggest hater. And Enkidu and Gil are BFFs, so, you know, I'm sure every mistake Ishtar makes is recorded by Enkidu, who will happily pass it off to Guild to get some laughs. Reshifting complete. We have arrived at a ruin in Babylon, Master. King Gilgamesh mentioned that he created an underground treasury the size of a city. It's surprisingly vast, and taking even 10% of its contents may be very, very difficult. Now, my standard fee is 30%, plus the fine incurred for trying to trick a goddess who fought all by her lonesome. Then there's the compensation for all my pain and suffering. Oh, and there's interest accrued over the last 5,000 years. When we add together all the penalties, late fees, expenses incurred, commissions, and a few other items, I suppose I can let you off with half the contents of the treasury. You know, Ishtar, see, here's the thing. We haven't discussed how much you need to pay us for rent. Yeah, and plus, you haven't exactly paid your license fees for being able to float around Chaldea. And then there is the disciplinary committee, you know, which has something to say with your manner of dress. You know, I don't have anything wrong with it, but you've incurred some fees from that as well. So, accounting all of those, plus, as you said, 5,000 years of interest, it equates to you only getting 10%. Just saying. You gotta use their logic against them. Half? Seems legit. Well, there's not much point in trying to collect from the dead. Oh, right. King Gilgamesh is already... Huh? If that's the case... You're thinking that a great goddess like me could easily smash through the front door if it's just a storehouse whose owner is gone. That's what you think, right? Yes. Well, unfortunately, his treasury doesn't work like that. It's still active even after it lost its owner. Even as an enemy, I have to admit, it's impressive. Does that mean... Yes, the security measures are active. They're as persistent as their former owner was miserly. Wait, while we're talking, I'm detecting an enemy nearby. Preparing to intercept them, Master. I knew it. Ocean's 11, honestly, great movie. 11, 12, and 13, honestly, top tier movies, in my opinion. Although I do think 11 is the best of them. I know there's a Ocean's prequel, I think, but I've never seen it. It kind of came out in the time when I stopped going to theaters or anything like that, and haven't really seen it aired on TV or anything, so it's like, I can't really watch it if it's not there. It just occurred... Oh, no, I should be fine, actually. Ishtar has a battery, so I can do that. Please be enough. I combine with that to do that. Yeah, it was enough. Yeah, Ocean's movie is awesome. Very much enjoy them. They also remind me of simpler times. And of when I wanted to learn how to count cards and make a killing in Vegas. Because it's not illegal, it's just going to get you banned from casinos. And possibly get your legs broken. Which I don't really want, so... Yeah. It also might have been what led to my, slight fixation with when a casino opened up locally, where I live. And when during that... Hang on. Streaming, can't talk, bye. Note, cut that from the final cut of this. Surprised it actually came through. Like, my phone is really good at stopping those kinds of things from coming through when I'm streaming. Like, I don't even get text messages. It's just occasionally calls come through. Battle's over. That sure was a lot of Lancers, wasn't it, Master? Did you see that? They were all targeting me. Now that you mention it, the enemy placement was very efficient, as if anticipating Ishtar's every move. Right, the formation was downright malicious. It was like they knew I float and attacked every time I tried to jump into the fray. But it looks like they didn't expect me to bring a reliable assistant, knowing something like this would be waiting. Mash, stand in front of me, just in case. Now I feel safe. Yep, you really are a shield for humanity. Ishtar, please don't ruin our formation. Fine, fine. Always the bashful one, aren't you, Mash? Mash, do you not like physical contact or something? Oh, Mash is fine with physical contact, but again, Ishtar, you're not on the waifu list, you know? And there's also the fact that there's a lot of fan theories that Reen is, like, somehow related to the male master. So, you know, there could be some weird, vibes going on there. So, just saying. Just saying. You saw the FNAF 2 as an entertaining, trashy movie? I mean, you know, it was made for the fans. That is what any of these video game movies are. They are essentially movies made for the fans. As long as you enjoyed it, then that's what matters. Well, enough playing around. Let's just smash our way through the door. But I am kind of relying on you, so please keep protecting me and Soul. Okay. But, like, I haven't even seen the first FNAF movie. I want to see it. And I'm keeping an eye out for when it is available on, like, words are failing my brain space right now. I'm keeping my eyes out for when it's going to be, like, air on YouTube TV or anything, just so I can tune in, but it's like... Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the Sonic trilogy, especially after they redid Sonic's design. Since half everything here is mine, I could just start taking whatever catches my eye, right? That's how conquerors usually talk, you know. That's not true. I deserve this reward. I worked really, really hard, if you recall. I even shattered the foundation of my own city, Uruk. It was really hard fixing everything after that. Ishtar, would you mind if I asked you a question? I believe your shrine is already overflowing with wealth. Why do you love treasure so much? It's not that I love it. This is just the way things are. What do you mean? You think precious gems are beautiful because of how they sparkle in the light, right? So would you be able to tell the difference between a precious gem and a pebble in total dark? No, I wouldn't be able to sense the difference in their magical energy either. Well, generally speaking, gems are properly cut, so you would be able to tell the difference, though. I actually have never seen the Fallout TV series either. I heard of it, but I don't know what it aired on. Like, what streaming service it aired on or anything like that. So I haven't gotten around to watching it. I've just got a big list of stuff I need to watch, though. Like, I haven't even caught up on One Piece at all, even though plenty of stuff is released. And then there's Critical Role, The Mighty Nine has started to air on Amazon, which I need to watch. But I still need to watch Legends of Vox Machina. There's just so much. Exactly. So in this example, I'm the light. Gems I do not own are in the dark. They simply exist and are no different than pebbles. Once they're mine, the gems can properly shine, and those shining gems repay me for my light by making me more beautiful. I'm not sure if it's because of my innate divinity or if it's just how things happened. But that doesn't matter. The point is, I love things that enhance my beauty. And that's not just limited to treasures. The reason why I rule beauty, war, and harvest is that the ideal state of those authorities is to belong to me, and things are most beautiful when they're in proper place, right? Yes. You know, I don't remember being quite this infatuated with gems in the past. Hey, that's the Reen factor. But now, whenever I see gems, I get this antsy feeling and I can't help but think I need to collect as many as I can whenever I can. It's likely an influence from your current vessel, Ishtar. Admittedly, I don't know anything about your vessel or how she lived and came to think as she does. Who knows? It's not as if my tastes have changed, just gotten stronger. It might just be a phase. Oh, look, that door looks like it's hiding amazing treasure. You're right, its declarations are overwhelmingly ornate, and all based on Ishtar's tastes. But why would there be a door like that inside the treasury? Obvious trap is obvious. I concur, Master. I sense only danger. Yes, Fate Strange Fake as well. I still don't know how many episodes it's going to be. Is it going to be a 13 episode, or is it going to be a 24 episode? I need to know. What? It's fine. Security outside was super tight, so they don't need as much inside. Ah! And now the door's eating Ishtar. It's a Freyrin situation! That's another thing I need to watch, is Freyrin. Because I know Season 2 of that's coming out soon, but I haven't watched Season 1 because I heard it makes people really feely and sad and stuff, and I don't like feeling sad and stuff. Because I definitely go down rabbit holes on watching certain pieces of media. Definitely go down some rabbit holes. What kind of sick freak makes a door-shaped mimic? You have to build up something like that. Whoever designed this must be certifiable. Don't tell me all the doors here are. Nothing for it but to open every one of them. Ah! And I have an ounce of self-preservation. Every single one of us is a trap. Whoever made this treasury is a real sadist. Commencing battle. Let's just hold them back, Master. Yeah, so I've been told. Somebody is at least doing a Freyrin abridged, so they've only got one episode thus far, but abridged series are always a joy to watch. And I've watched the first episode of the abridged at least, so. But again, like, feely stuff, it just makes me spiral. It's why, I mean, I'm trying to think of any, oh wow. No. Lamb, what happened? Lamb, you're usually better than this. I guess I am not double Cass, I'm double Scotty, so that might be why Lamb did not do the slam, jam. Fuck you. But I don't know. It's just another thing, because I still have to watch JoJo's as well. There's just so much media to consume in so little time. Especially with class and everything, my assignments, trying to write, playing games to entertain myself, to make my creative juices flow. Thinking about it, I need to... I did not do that today. I have to make a mock-up for a website. I've got everything up here. I just procrastinated. I was gonna start working on it today, even though it's not due until next week. Probably next week. I actually don't know when it's due, but I still want to have it done at least started by next week. Reason people speculated Strange Fate took 2 years for it to get to the anime serialized because the writer of the novel hadn't decided on a concrete ending draft, and now, since he is known to be a protector. I heard that it was more along the lines of the anime studio wanted to make sure that it was done properly. Something about the first episode or something, people had some complaints with it, and it being a Fate work, they really wanted to hammer in and make it look good. That's what I heard of was the reason. Because, I mean, the story, I guess, based off of what I've read, the story is approaching an end point. And that could be why, like, I could see an ending not being written yet. The reason why Aprilia has not had any continuation past Oath in Snow, even though there is probably at least another season to animate, but, you know, I do think Aprilia, when it does continue, will definitely surprise people. Like, it already started to turn to a standard magical girl anime, you know, despair and all that kind of stuff, you know, standard magical girl stuff, but it really starts to really starts to kick things up a notch before too long. What's with this place? It's all traps and guards, no treasure anywhere. Perhaps somebody gave you bad info? Not possible. Do you think I spend my days just aimlessly bombing things all the time? Absolutely not. Thorough intel gathering is the first step to victory. Gilgamesh could never fool me with a fake treasury. I tested the durability of each treasury to find the real one, and even made sure to perfectly conceal my efforts by destroying the evidence every time. You know, destroying evidence is just as bad as leaving evidence, so... The most durable treasury in the world would surely be the true treasury, don't you think? Maybe it makes sense to protect the real treasury the most thoroughly. That's the whole point of security. Right, that's why I was sure this one was the right one, and I've been spending my days and nights examining its structural flyovers. You know how I make a copy of Venus with my noble phantasm? Essentially the same idea. I've so thoroughly memorized the layout, it's as if it's been etched into my spirit origin. I can walk through this place with my eyes closed. What spectacular dedication and diligence. I expect nothing less from you, Ishtar. But even after all your efforts, you're still falling into every trap here. What does this mean? Well, they may be detailed copies, but they're all miniatures that can fit in my palm. I couldn't confirm all the internal structures, or copying the complicated structures and gimmicks. But it should be enough that I can remember all the paths, right? Besides, it's such a pain to memorize the location of all the traps. These traps seem to have been placed very specifically with intruders who need the layout in mind. In other words... Exactly. If one can predict how the sneaky rodent behaves, then one knows exactly where to place traps. Exactly, Janice. Exactly. That voice. I suppose I miscalculated a bit in making my traps too weak, as these rodents are unusually sturdy. What? Hey, you. What's the big idea coming out here and haunting this place? Fool! I would never allow my death to be disturbed by something so trivial. But alarms kept ringing all throughout the underworld because you kept getting caught in my traps, and I couldn't stay dead even if I wanted to. And the Queen of Kerr kept nagging at me, demanding I either go stop the alarm or wring the neck of the idiot who kept triggering the alarm. Phew. Crackle pop of the knuckles. I'm sorry our useless goddess is causing trouble. Hey, don't apologize to him. And did you just say useless? I have a legitimate claim to have the treasure. Here's my reward. I had no idea what you were talking about at first, but yes, that. Huh. How terribly unfortunate for you, Ishtar. You see, that agreement just reached its statute of limitations a mere days ago. Come, take a good look at the contract. Do you see this engraving here at the bottom left side on the bottom left of the back side of this tablet that's only visible when you shine the sun's light directly onto it? Clever, Gil. Very, very clever. Also, that is something I need to steal for D&D. Because you know, I mean, I don't know how many people play D&D that watch this, but, you know, whenever presented with a devil contract, oh, can I make an investigation check, or can I make a charisma check to read the contract for any loopholes? Sure, why not? And, you know, they'll find the loopholes in the contract writing. But if it's in the bottom corner and only visible when the sun is shown directly upon it, that's devious. And definitely something a devil would do. Something I need to implement. However, in the event of Gilgamesh's death, or if no payment is made within 15 days, this agreement shall be null and void. Ah, how unfortunate. Truly unfortunate. Good for Siduri. That was marvelous advice on her part. Who could have foreseen a goddess like Ishtar making such a foolish mistake? Well, aren't you clever, you goldy jerk? Looking at you, I'd much prefer the younger you the way you are now. Besides, there's no such thing as a statute of limitation in an agreement with the goddess. Either you pay up or die, or would you rather I destroy you and all of Uruk? I'm only telling you what is in the contract we signed. Besides, I'm already dead. No, that's not my point. If that's how it is, then I'm gonna drag you out of the underworld, revive you, and then kill you again. And then make you pay up. You really want to repeat your trip to the underworld yet again? Even I'm impressed with how much of a mess you're willing to make for your own selfish desires. And that spirit of yours is the only thing worth praising. But since you're grown up, you should also be aware of how much of a pain you are. Right back at you. They are kind of the same person at this point, aren't they? Quiet, all of you barbaric thief and our idiot companions, both. You've dragged me into this mess, and that itself would be irritating enough. I'm going to kick you mongrels out, stop the alarm, and go back to the underworld. I am not dying of exhaustion again, now that I'm already dead. gonna move a muscle until I get the treasure I'm owed, and I'm not letting you get away. Ishtar is starting to grow incoherent in her anger, but we're gonna have to fight, Master. Caskill. Oh, Caskill. Is it just Caskill? Because if it is, it's not. Excuse me. Still, I think we got this. No diff. Oh, because I think this might be predating the break bar system. I don't know why I got the odds. Oh, I didn't even see it. Hey, not pay attention. I was not paying attention to see that there was even more enemies. That's on me. I'll admit it. That's on me. Pay attention, I do not. I mean, yeah. It is admittedly kind of interesting that, Gil is somehow in the underworld, given that we know heroic spirits are removed from the cycle of reincarnation and thus taken to the Throne of Heroes, which very much implies that because the Throne of Heroes exists outside of time itself, and the fact that Gil is existing in Ereshkigal's underworld, it implies that Kerr is a part of the Throne of Heroes. Which does lend credence to the fact that the Throne of Heroes is an actual place and not just a conceptual archive. Because Kerr exists on the throne. That's my logic there. And I'm still of the belief that Chaldea will become the Throne of Heroes. I think so. I think it does. Alright. Swibbity swap, and it's time for Gil to get the drop. And you know what? I may as well use my seals. But first, let's just pour every single buff onto the Lamb. Even the buffs that may not do much. Because I love to see that symbol glow. But yeah, that's totally how it works. Gil's just hanging out in Kerr. Perhaps, you know, maybe he's chill with Eresh. Maybe they're friends, you know? He might not be happy that she shares her face with Ishtar, but then again, Eresh did humiliate Ishtar, so I can definitely see him enjoying Eresh's company because of that, you know? Woo! Interlude completed! We get 2 quartz back! Woo! We've gained a net 1 quartz today, everybody! Now tell me where the treasures are, and get rid of all your traps! Ha! Fool, nothing could make me hand over my treasury to you. And look, he's disappearing! He's glittering away! He's glittering away. So he was summoned from the Throne of Heroes, and since he said he came from the underworld, aka Kerr, yeah, I think, you know, I mean, you know, that's a possibility as well. I transferred it well out of your reach a long time ago. This is just an extra bank deposit vault. No way, how could a third deposit vault still reek of so much treasure? Just how high is your golden rule ranked? It does make one wonder what too much wealth is, but in my case, I do not spend my fortune, I simply accumulate more riches. I'm a true collector, my infinite collection of treasure exists, and as I cannot be the true wielder of each and every one of them. But you can neither be collector nor wielder, you useless goddess. You do not love your treasures, nor will they love you back in turn. You're the sort who comes and goes with all the consistency of a shooting star. So forget about weighing yourself down with more wealth than you can carry. Do not burden yourself with earthly treasures. Flying about in the heavens suits you far better anyway. King Gilgamesh disappeared. We rolled to see him again, but he left so quickly. You know, we're not gonna flirt with Ishtar. That would be rude to Aresh. Cheer up, Ishtar. It's okay, I don't care, not one bit. I won in battle, and he won't bother us again. But thanks for worrying about me. That cheered me up a bit. But we're faced with another problem now. If this is the treasury of that Babylon, then all my research was for nothing. My plan I came up with to get the treasure will need to be re-examined. You don't have money, but you're still a winner. Is that supposed to be encouraging, or are you mocking me? Which is it? I believe those are Senpai's true feelings. And what King Gilgamesh said before he left didn't sound like mockery to me either. Don't you think that was his way of acknowledging who you are? Who knows, being corrected and being right aren't always the same thing. Even if he did praise me, I'd much rather have found out where the treasury is. A lot of trouble for nothing. That's the last thing I wanted to hear. Dummy, you better hold your tongue, soul. Listen, I'm never gonna give up. I'm gonna redeem myself for my blunder at the demonic front. It's fine, Aresh. It's fine. You end up causing mischief during a summer event anyways. Oh, we get another interlude. We might not be doing Young Man Lee's interlude today, then. We may not be doing a Young Man Lee interlude. Nope, we will not be doing a Young Man Lee interlude. It is all Ishtar today. And it looks like this is for her NP. Formation restricted, Return of Ishtar, interlude, starto. Here you go, Senpai. I tried making green tea today. Oh wow, these are tea stalks, right? I've heard it's good luck to have them floating in a cup of tea like this. Hello, Master. How are you doing today? Feeling good? Tip-top shape? Ready to fight at a moment's notice? Wonderful, wonderful. That's just how I expect the Master who's restored humanity to conduct himself. I couldn't be prouder to have a contract with you, though of course I'm already the proudest goddess around to begin with. Excuse me. Anyway, on a completely different subject, I've got some good news and some really good news. Which would you like to hear first? Good day, fair goddess. Oh, right. Good day. Nice of you to show me the proper respect. In fact, now you've got me thinking about my position around here. As the goddess of beauty, I should generally conduct myself in an elegant, ostentatious, more daring fashion. But I digress. Since there's no way you're getting out of this, I'll be nice and fill you both in. Senpai, the tea stalks just scattered apart as if they'd explode, and I didn't even touch them. I think I can already tell how this latest escapade is going to end up. Wow, really? That's great. This can only mean this is going to end explosively spectacular fashion. I guess it shouldn't be any surprise at this point how relentless Ishtar is when it comes to positive thinking. You know, that's actually a bit of Reen as well, I feel. Anywho, if you two have been around Uruk, then you must know about the Pool of Heaven, right? The one you lost? Sure do. Never mind that part. The point is, his name is Gugalana. He's my familiar, and he's the most powerful divine beast to ever live. Yes, of course, we know that. I can't feel sorry for him for many reasons. I especially remember how sad it was when Gugalana Mark II showed up only to leave again almost immediately. Right. No sooner did he come back than he was literally broken up about it. Poor Gugalana. Wait, no, what I'm saying is I've been looking for him all this time and I finally found him. Well, maybe found isn't exactly the right word here, but trust me, it's such a small difference that it's not really worth worrying about. I'm sorry, Ishtar, but given your past record, I can't let you gloss over what you consider to be small differences. I have to ask you to be very exact with your wording. Wait, really? Why are you being so hard on me, Mash? This isn't like you. It does take a lot to make Mash guarded. I don't know if I say I'm being guarded, and I do remember that past incidents mostly ended positively. But the fact remains that every proposition you gleefully brought before us has a danger level of A or higher. I guess you're right, and I'm sorry about that. Or at least I think I look like I am. But that's just hindsight speaking. It's not like I knew things were going to turn out the way they did. I've always just tried to do what I thought was best. For me. I'm the goddess of beauty and prosperity. I just want to resolve everything peacefully so that everyone can be happy. Ishtar. We can at least hear her out. Yes, I agree. I'm sorry, Ishtar. If nothing else, I'm glad you managed to find something you lost. Is that the good news you had to tell us? I don't know if the if nothing else part, but yes, it is. As for the really good news, I think it'd be better if I told you there. Told us where exactly? Oh, you'll see. A picture's worth 1,000 words and all that. Trust me, Master, when you see this, your eyes will be practically lighting up with stars. Is this the Fate Strange fake collab? Was it hidden behind this interlude all this time? That's your temple on Mount Eba in ancient Mesopotamia. Although it looks a little different now than when we came here back during the Grand Order, I'd say it's almost decrepit. Not at all. This is definitely the right place. I see. Well, I certainly don't remember those enormous pillars there being there the last time we... No, wait, those aren't pillars at all. They're legs. You're absolutely right. Now try looking up. Is that... Gugalana. Can't tell when the bull begins and the sky ends. Very true. Surprised. This bad boy's none other than my invincible bovine divine beast, Gugalana, the Pool of Heaven. Mark 3. Oh, Ishtar. Don't ask me why he's third in line. Trust me, it's for your own good. So she didn't actually find her Gugalana. She just made yet another one. Also, to be clear, I want to keep this whole incident off the record, okay? Got it, Mash? No writing anything down about it in that event database thing, okay? I'll take your request into consideration. Anyway, does this really good news you had to tell us something to do with the Pool of Heaven? Well, it's not entirely unrelated, but no, it's not about him per se. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of time to discuss Gugalana later. No, right now I want to ask you this. Do you know why I brought him here in the first place? Ishtar, you don't mean... You're not going to try and recreate your own myth, are you? I knew I made a good choice for my master. You nailed it. It's time for my legendary revenge match. The return of Ishtar. Get ready, Mesopotamia, because I'm back and better than ever. Not only that, I made this Mesopotamia myself using the knowledge I gained at Chaldea, so it plays by Venus rules. I even modified the chronology and causality to work pretty much how I want. Now finally I get to give that smarmy Gilgamesh and the obnoxious Enkidu the beatings they so richly deserve. Oh, Ishtar, even tempered by Reen, she still has that vendetta. Didn't you learn the lesson during summer? Please be reasonable, Ishtar. Think about it. If you go up against people from ancient epics like those two with the same fighting forces as before, you're just gonna lose again. Please reconsider. You really think I don't know that? Of course I've accounted for that. Why do you think I brought you two here? Speaking of which, ta-da! What the? Galahad Spirit Origin reactivated. I'm sorry. What? Ishtar. Why? I truly don't know what to say to this. I truly don't know what to say about this. Like, the Ortonax is fine, but you're saying that all we needed to get Mash into her normal fighting form was a goddess to say, poof. What a goddess can do anything when we put our... We goddesses can do anything when we put our minds to it. Now there's nothing stopping you from fighting the way you did before. Exactly, but still, like, by LB3, we have the capability to summon servants. So, like... And even in LB2, while we were against Scotty for a while there, we were also I feel like we were working together to get Surtur taken care of, so Scotty could have rune magic bring Galahad back. So much suffering. Would Chaldea have fallen if some of the goddess servants just went poof, mash, you're normal. You have your full power again. I don't know. Congrats on the second Gibble, by the way. Fair enough, J6, fair enough. I mean, this is wonderful and it's going to be a big help, but still, I'm sorry about this, Galahad. If this stick out of your ass already mashed, there's nothing wrong with a little cheating. Oh, by the way, I've got an even more special surprise in store for later, so you can look forward to that too. What kind of surprises are we talking about here? Oh, don't worry. Even I wouldn't do anything that could overturn the restoration of humanity you two worked so hard to achieve. I arranged this stage solely for my own purposes this time. The only other people here are those I invited myself. I told you this was a singularity, didn't I? I made sure ahead of time that nothing I do here would have any effect on human history. I don't think that's what Senpai is worried about. Are you talking about that existence verification thing you guys are always doing, since the time period's still unstable? Well, don't worry. I'm handling all that stuff on my end, too. Okay, that's less surprising, since Gilgamesh, during the, Christmas in the Underworld, did, by his own power, ray-shift us himself. So this is less surprising, but still. So you're handling our existence verification. I suppose it should be possible since you made the singularity yourself. I guess I shouldn't be surprised since you are the great goddess of Mesopotamia, though at the same time I also can't help but wonder what an ostensibly great goddess is going to all this trouble. No, speak of the devil, looks like I won't have to wait long for my first revenge match at all. Just one look at that killer doll is enough for me to see its murderous intent. Is that the real Enkidu? No wait, that's Enkidu, the heroic spirit. But not Enkidu, the servant who was summoned to Chaldea. I'm surprised to see two figures so pure of heart alongside the malevolent presence I came here to deal with. Hello, Enkidu. It seems you two have met me before, though I have no recollection of that meeting. Unfortunate though it is, there's nothing I can do about it. Right now, I'm afraid I don't know much about anything except Ishtar there. I think the land itself, or possibly its lord, is what called me here. It's telling me to destroy the invader threatening this world. I wasn't summoned by the counterforce or even coerced into coming here at all, but I still agree with that idea. Even if this world is only fleeting and transient, that doesn't give anyone the right to do what they please. Looks like we're the bad guys here, Miss Goddess. Don't be silly, of course we're not. Besides, I'm a goddess of good, so everything I do must be good by definition. Oh, that's lawful evil speak there. Anyway, you're half right, half wrong, Enkidu. I'm the one who brought you here. I see. You never learn, do you, Ishtar? I sure don't. I've never forgotten how humiliating it felt when you squished me like that. It was so traumatic, I still have flashbacks of it whenever I'm feeling really down. So as a sign of thanks, I'm going to return the favor right here and now. A sign of thanks, you say? Whether you're being sincere or sarcastic, I'm surprised you're able to thank me at all for giving you the taste of defeat. Are you really Ishtar, or did the shock of losing a fight cause you to lose your mind as well? Yes, I remember now. These are the same legs I hit you with back then. Seeing how those pillars can easily level mountains, does that mean they also managed to knock some sense into you? Here I went out of my way to summon you as a heroic spirit because I thought I'd feel bad about utterly wrecking your real body. Guess I don't have to bother after all. Enjoy that smug look while you can, because this is the last time you'll ever get the chance to use it. I'm gonna crush you 3 times more as payback for what you did to me. Okay, Soul, you're up. Huh? Ishtar, I think you really need to explain yourself now, and without glossing over any details. Sure, no problem. See, Mark III here is still sort of warming up, so he won't be of much help for a while yet. And it doesn't help that the overgrown mud pie there showed up a little sooner than I expected. So I'm counting on you guys to keep them busy for a while. Okay, great, thanks. Goddess, damn it. This may be a strange thing to say to people I don't recall having met before, but I'm sorry you got caught up in all this. Unfortunately, I'm afraid it won't change how I fight. My job is to defeat my opponent no matter who they may be. As for you, Ishtar, I believe I already warned you what would happen the next time we fought. When next you are within my reach, you will suffer the same fate as the Bull of Heaven. Now then, let's get the reenactment of our epic battle underway, shall we? Hardly on. Cannot use Ishtar. Well, we'll use this squad then. You know what? Do I have... I do have a double cast squad. Okay, I can use this squad. This is the squad I've been farming the nodes with. Fatal... Oh, shite. Well, that might make this a little bit more on the difficult side. It's Epic of Remnant, so I should have expected a break bar. Should have, but didn't. So, pat myself on the back there for that anticipation of mine. Really good at anticipation stuff like this. Army ons. Hey, no healing. That's cheating. That into this. Do something a little different. See how this goes. Oh, if we had crit with that Buster, we would have had the bar. Dang it. You're farming the penultimate node with your Takeda, Shingen, Modus Rider, any support with the CE that gives you 50% bonus. I'm pretty much just on point farming at this point. I'm like 500,000 off from being done with the event, so... I was gonna say, can I have a turn here, Enkidu? Why are you going so hard on the points, man? I don't think you need that many. I think you're good at 3 million. There's no further rewards. Unless it's like really good bond farming, I suppose. Like I said, I'm pretty much waiting for Crid Miss. Because I'm going to be going hard on that. As hard as I can, at least. I kind of hope that the event doesn't drop until next week. Although, even if it does drop Friday, it won't be too bad if I don't stream and start it right away. Because the best farming nodes do not tend to come out right away. So I will actually thinking about it. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine if the Christmas event does not... if it does drop on Friday. That'll just mean that Monday be catch-up day. 1, 2, and a melt slam for me. I'm just wondering how many boxes I'm gonna manage. It'll all come down to how effectively I can do the farming. Again, Enkidu, you're not allowed to heal like that, man. Cheating. Why is Enkidu being a cheater pumpkin eater, guys? It's very rude of him. Like I said, I'm gonna try and at least shoot for 100. Because that's a lot of effort. Which will be nice, you know. More embers is always more gooder. Gracious, stop yawning me. It is, but it's still annoying. He shouldn't be using it so much. It's got like a 10-turn cooldown. He's using it way too often. Also, he really just does not like my Castoria for some reason. Because that is the second time he's launched an NP at her. Poor Cass. Almost there. Good gracious, man. He needs to stop and chill. A chill pill is what he needs. Lamb smash the clay to bits. There we go. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop. Alright. That's one. Ordeal call 1. Because we got to see, you know, some more of the truth of how she truly is and feels. Plus, you know, I'm a sucker for the sacrifice play servants. If a servant makes a big sacrifice play, I'm a bit of a sucker for that. She was starting to grow on me over the course of the summer event. Like, I'm pretty sure during the summer event that had Kama having a prevalent role, she definitely started to grow on me. And she moved up to the almost waifu tier, but then Ordeal Call 1 essentially solidified her as a waifu. Someone managed to incapacitate Enkidu, Master. The battle's over. That's enough, Mash. Nice work, Soul. The way they read my movements, it was almost as if... That's it, they did know how I was going to attack. I see, they really do know me well. 2 shiny Glooms or Goomies? J6. You'll have to be a little bit specific because you could have typed one of 2 Pokemon there. That aside, I'm impressed, Soul. All you had to do was stall for time and you actually managed to win. You really have grown a lot, haven't you? But enough about that. Oh, poor little Enkidu. How the mighty have fallen. You know, I think I enjoyed that way more than if I'd wiped the floor with you myself. There it is again. Miss Ishtar seems considerably less self-centered than usual. For one thing, she actually recognizes other life forms as being worthy of respect. Never thought I would see the day. I mean, that's just something Kama can do. You know? I definitely would say, you know, she needs to stay as a she, so... Goomy. Gotcha. Now then, what to do with you? Real talk here. You defied me not once, but twice. I can't let you get away with that. I am the goddess of beauty, prosperity, and war. A goddess among goddesses, the goddess who stands above all others in Mesopotamian mythology. Good Lord, Ishtar has this inflated ego. Hey, Janice, if you were looking at the Discord, you know, autocorrect can definitely reveal how some people feel about things. You know, autocorrect can definitely show what people like to search. Again, letting someone walk away scot-free after disrespecting me would be a bad example for all other goddesses. That said, as the goddess of war, I'm nothing if not gracious in victory. If you have anything to say in your defense, I'm willing to hear you out. Right, it's easy to forget given how you usually act, but you are indeed the goddess of war and victory. As long as you have capable soldiers and command them ably, the very concept of defeat does not seem to exist for you. Today, by employing an astrologer skillful enough to beat me instead of blindly trusting your own strength, you have proven yourself worthy of being the goddess of war and eliminated one of the flaws holding you back. Perhaps I never had any hope of winning this battle to begin with. Oh, see, the fact Soul came through as much as he did is as much of a surprise to me, too. Yes, exactly. Couldn't have said it better. Very well, then. I'll take that as an admission of your guilt. Now I, Ishtar, shall pass judgment on you in the name of Venus. I'll punish you accordingly. Know that my punishment is a mercy. Extend only to the vanquished and be grateful for it. I am but a weapon. I would never beg for my life after suffering defeat. By all means, punish me as you see fit. Still, if I were to make one request, I would ask that you please spare me from being forged to serve as your weapon. Ishtar, I think punishing Enkidu like this might be going too... Don't worry, it'll be fine. Okay then, here you go. Oh, the pettiness. Oh, the pettiness. Huh? What's this? A clay tablet that proclaims how much of a loser you are for all the world to see. I even inscribed it so it's myself. Now you're gonna wear that while standing in front of the gates of Uruk until I'm good and satisfied. I mean, until I forgive you. I'm surprised, Ishtar. Is that really all you would demand of one who openly defied you? I know what you mean. Before I'd have torn you limb from limb on the spot. When you think about it, that would all be over in a moment. So now I think revenge like this, where you get plenty of time for it to sink in, is the way to go. Trust me, I've been through it, and I can say it's a lot harder than it looks. I have no idea what your game here is, or perhaps I should say I can't imagine what led to it. How in the world did the Ishtar I know end up like this? In the Epic of Gilgamesh, Enkidu incurs the wrath of the gods for humiliating Ishtar and sending her back to the heavens. After a painful bout with a cursed fever, they fall prey to another curse they received when they defeated Huwawa. Enkidu then ends up dying in Gilgamesh's arms, just as foretold in the prophecy that said they would never outlive him. Yep, good times, but this time, since my loyal underlings won and I'm in an excellent mood right now, I decided to hand down a more fitting punishment myself. Now I see, then this brings the matter to a conclusion. That's not exactly what I had in mind, but if that's what you want to think, go ahead. Back then, all I wanted was for my dear friend to forget. Even if he does remember everything, he should never have concerned himself with an insignificant tool like me. But instead, once I was gone, he protected that which I truly wished for, even though it ended up being a crueler pair of shackles than any punishment the gods ever devised. Good grief, I can't tell if these are my own memories or not. Perhaps they come from this other me you knew. Regardless, if there is new meaning to be found in your punishment for me, goddess, I will be happy to accept it. Enkidu, now I see. So that's why you're doing this, Ishtar. You really thought it through. Actually, I was only doing it purely out of spite, but I think I'd be better if I don't tell them that. It's nothing, just a whimsy led Ishtar there to perform something of a good deed. I am similarly moved to accept my punishment. Besides, I do not hold a grudge like she does, and I do not have anyone to cry out to after suffering a defeat either. Hey, stuff it! Go on, get out of here before you say something that changes my mind. I expect you may already know this, given what I just said, but I'm not the only one who was summoned here. If this world is a stage Ishtar set for herself in order to reenact the events of the epic, then just like me. If the epic's namesake would come here at the same time, she brought out the Bull of Heaven, if not sooner. I speak, of course, of Gilgamesh. Good point, I think you're right. Well, duh, you were just the appetizer. He's the main dish. This time, I'm gonna make sure he suffers a miserable defeat at my glorious hands. Oh, are you sure he's gonna follow your script to the way you expect because you called him here? This is Gilgamesh we're talking about, after all. Why didn't you ask him after I've sent him over to join you with a clay tablet of his own? Alright, that should be very interesting. Now then, I think I'll be on my way. Come on, Sol, we're moving out too. What about Gugalana? Oh, I already ordered him to follow me once he's done booting up. Don't worry, he may not look it, but he's actually a very good boy who always does just what I say. This is gonna bite her later for sure. I'm telling you it's true, damn it. Now come on, the enemy awaits at Uruk. Oh, Ishtar. It does at least show that she has grown. That she is willing to go for humiliation rather than kill murder. Woo! Coffee completed. So you finally come. Oh, what's this? You come to greet me in full armor out in an open field? It almost makes me feel like I'm complimenting you, Gilgamesh. Don't be ridiculous. Having some time on my hands, I decided to answer this world's call on a lark, only to sense evil lurking within. Thanks to the dark clouds gather out Mount Eva in the distance and the reflections from your gaudy crown, I've already determined exactly what's going on here. My Uruk has no place for a worthless goddess and her worthless bull, even if that bull appears to still be very much confined to its pen. That's right, Gilgamesh. Laugh it up while you can, because soon Gugalana's gonna show up and smush you good. But until he does, my handpicked champion, Sol, will be your opponent. Are you sure Gugalana is actually working? Ishtar. Hey, now don't you two start looking at me like that. This is odd. You really should be up and moving by now. Look, just buy as much time as you can. It shouldn't be that much longer, anyway. Oh, you must be the ones who defeated Enkidu. I don't know who you are, but you should be ashamed of yourselves for siding with such an ignominious invader. You're really angry about this, huh? Me? Angry? You forget your place, nameless mongrel. I feel even less concerned for you than I do for the insects that may happen to be in my way when I swat this wicked god out of the sky. Who are you calling wicked? I don't know who you think you're fooling, because you're obviously pissed off. Be careful, Master. King Gilgamesh is armed and ready for battle. This isn't a long arrow, at least. But I think, now that I remember that there are break bars to consider here, I am gonna switch things up just a little bit and bring in a single target lancer. Where is she? Unless I already passed her. There she is. Alright. I think I can keep her in that card. But then we go to second ascension. No, you know, it's kind of hard. Second or first ascension? Second or first? I think second ascension. No, you know what? First. No, second. I'll go second ascension. Here, and we want second ascension so that she is single target Melu. And do that. Alright, let's go. Greetings, no. Yeah, that's a bot. Yeah, that's a bot. It was literally created 8 minutes ago. That is a 8-minute-old bot. I wanted to finish reading stuff and getting stuff ready before I checked the message, and I always click on names just on the off chance, you know? Always on the off chance. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly prefer the Red Hot Deviation for Melu. But of her first 2 ascensions, I would say her second ascension is a little more graceful, you know? It has an extra bit of grace to it that the others do not. I always forget that I got incredibly lucky with base Melu. I always forget that I got incredibly lucky with getting her NP3. She theoretically could be quite strong. And you know, she does, depending on if she gets more appearances in the future, she does have a chance to move into the waifu ranking positions. Which will be a pain, because that'd be another servant to get to Bond 15, level 100. Yeah, I know. I know, J6. Hey, Gil doesn't shoot arrows from the Gate of Babylon. He shoots swords. This isn't the real Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh wouldn't shoot arrows. Pitiful, pitiful. Once again, none can so much as touch me. Gil, I don't think you did little to no damage to me. You have promised, young mage, but your fate was sealed the moment you threw your lot in with Ishtar. This isn't looking good, Master. King Gilgamesh isn't holding back one bit. Damn it, figures he'd put up a good fight. Alright, guess I'll just have to bring up my special surprise. Your special surprise? Would this have something to do with the really good news you mentioned earlier? Yes, it does. Now check this out. Divine Garment. Heavenly Voyage. She's just gonna go swimsuit form. I'm the center of all the heavens, the earth, the very universe itself revolves around me. Hold my shining body, my 7 ornaments, my eyes burning bright with the color of Venus. Oh, maybe not. Oh, okay. I thought she was gonna go swimsuit mode. Is this an ascension of hers? I don't think I've ever seen her with the tattoos. Huh. I don't recall this sprite at all. It's mainly swords, J6. It's mainly swords. I am Super Ishtar. What's the Dragon Ball meme? Gosh darn it. What's the Dragon Ball meme? I can't remember. This is a level beyond, even further beyond. Oh, I can't remember the meme. It's been so long since I've seen the meme. The music just cuts. Oh, we gotta love it. Just cut of the music. No true choice. I can't tell what's different about her. There's almost nothing different about her. This is just brutal. I mean, the tattoos, obviously, and she's got a gauntlet on her right arm now. I see you're so overcome by my super form that you're utterly at a loss for words. She's not even fazed by our confusion. Now King Gilgamesh has stepped out of his combat stance. Oh, what's this now? Have you finally realized you're completely outclassed? Well, I can hardly blame you. Did she show off the tattoos back in Babylonia? I honestly don't recall that. No, not my grueling 1 hour per day fitness regimen has allowed me to power up without relying on Father's gifts and boosted my noble phantasm's firepower even further. Hey, I also exercise for about 1 hour a day, Ishtar. Although it's more of about an hour and a half since I upped my time on the treadmill recently, so... I'm sure that even the vaunted king of heroes would have no choice but to admit defeat before we... It's not that. That worthless bull of yours has begun to move. He has? Yes, Gugalana Mark III is slowly lifting his leg. Sweet! Everything's coming up Ishtar today. Now that Super Ishtar and Gugalana are teaming up, it's finally time for you to pave the piper too, Gilgamesh. Oh. Gil does not give piteous looks that often, so that's really telling. That is really telling that he is pitying Ishtar. Mark III is starting to raise his leg, but something doesn't seem right. What are you waiting for, Gugalana? Hurry up and crush gold here into gold ingots. Once that's done, I'll cast them into coins, engrave them with my portrait, and spend them on something completely frivolous. Maybe I'll scatter them from the sky to boost my popularity, or toss them into Kur as an offering. Oh no. I honestly don't recall. The Lotto event draws some memories, J6, but I too remember a little bit of this form from the Lotto event. Gugalana's slowly starting to move his legs faster, except he isn't going anywhere. Oh. Isn't your temple by his hooves, Ishtar? Wait. What? Hang on, Gugalana. If you start stomping around there... Mark III just flattened Ishtar's temple with a single step, along with the rest of Mount Eba. No, 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 not my temple. Most of my wealth is still in there. Hang on, Ishtar. Get a hold of yourself. The world's temporary, remember. This isn't your real wealth either. Okay, technically, that might not be my wealth per se, but I just saw a ton of money and jewels in there. Given how huge Gugelana is, I'm afraid all that stomping must have pulverized even the hardest of jewels in your collection to no more than dust. Wait, Mesh, don't say another word. It's taking everything I have just to keep from fainting. Ah, yes, there's the Ishtar I know. Seeing your own worthless bull destroy the wealth you prize so much has been the most entertaining spectacle in a long time. And of course, I doubt this debacle is over just yet. Okay, I was speculating that we might face Eresh, since this was the return of Ishtar, but it looks like we up against possibly Gugelana. But Gugelana should not be an alter ego. To recap, Ishtar suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of my overwhelmingly invincible self and my merciless friend, and has been plagued by traumatic flashbacks every day since. Now this wicked goddess has gotten into her head that taking petty revenge is the only way for her to be free of this suffering, regardless of the trouble it could make for others. I am willing to commend her drive in going so far as to create her own singularity in resurrecting Gugelana. However, Ishtar still has yet to realize that the human girl she's using for her vessel is in fact the dullest... Oh! Rin catching strays! Like, technologically, maybe Rin is terrible with technology, but damn, Gil! That's your former master's daughter you're shooting strays at. Damn. Plus, you know, Shiro Emiya exists. He is the dullest tool in the shed. Thus, we end at Elish, the final episode of Uruk's ongoing serial Ishtar Dies Thrice, a farewell to elegance. A new situation, Gugelana Mark III has changed direction and began charging towards us. Who is he set to help in on? What's the problem? Everything will be fine if I just stop him now, right? In the name of Ishtar, your lord and master, I command you. Stay, Gugelana. Stay! Exactly. Gugelana Mark III isn't slowing down. He's still charging towards Uruk. Why isn't it working? I thought it was odd the Bull of Heaven's enormous lapis lazuli horns Enkidu and I enshrined in the Temple of Uruk after defeating him seemingly disappeared of their own accord. It was you who stole them, wasn't it? I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Nasu has said that Gil and Rin would actually get along well as a master-servant duo. At the very least, they would work well together better than Tokiomi and Kirei, so, I mean, that says a lot. That Rin and Gil would work well enough together. I don't know how their dynamic would really work, mind you, but it's still impressive. Yeah, that's right, except it's not stealing when you're just taking back something that used to be yours. Besides, I didn't have a choice since I can't activate or control Gugelana without them. What's it to you, anyway? You poor hapless fool. Just when I think you can't fail any harder, you managed to surprise me once again. Those horns you stole are replicas. Huh? Replicas? That doesn't make any sense. If they weren't the real horns, then why would you hang them up where everyone can see them? A foolish question. Do you truly think that I, of all people, would fail to foresee that you would one day try to steal the horns to satisfy one absurd, inane whims? Needless to say, I'm not so foolish as to leave the genuine article out for the taking. However, I also knew that if I were to hide the horns completely, you would cause no end of destruction as you turned Uruk upside down looking for them. Thus, the answer was clearly to leave out an imitation, to draw your eye and guard it as though it were real. Still, to see you carry them off and use them for such a ludicrous end without ever suspecting that they are mere fakes. How did my poor Uruk end up with such a buffoon of a goddess as its guardian deity? I think we should have cut ties with the gods long ago. Don't you play the victim on me. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you pretend like your pompous arrogance is my fault. Besides, you know just as well as I do that there's no way I'd ever be fooled by a fake if I was at my full strength. Still, you're right. I'll admit the sheer size of those lapis lazuli did make me feel a little giddy. Sure, I thought it was odd that he didn't have so much magical energy, but I figured I could just make up for that by adding some of my own. And hey, now that I think about it, if you knew about this was going to happen before you even answered the summons, why didn't you stop me before I acted? Ridiculous! I can think of no greater fool's errand than that. If I had warned you ahead of time, you would have only grown more stubborn in your reckless quest for revenge. Well, of course I would have. I mean, can you imagine me not trying to go around you if you told me this to my face ahead of time? Excuse me, but that's enough Uruk talk for now. Alright, so based on everything you two have said, it sounds like the Bull of Heaven is currently a runaway train. Well, yeah, I guess you could put it like that. True enough. Which just, but I mean, the fact that I'm pretty sure Nasu has said that Gil and Reen would be better, like have a better relationship than Gil and Kirei. Again, they don't have the best relationship either, but there's at least some level of mutual respect there, so. Anyway, it won't be long before Google Mark 3 gets here. Hey there, sorry to butt in, but I was wondering if there was anything I could do to help. Surely you can figure out what to do without anyone giving you orders. Now throw away that simply tablet and do what you must. If it's okay with you, Ishtar, the tablet is proof of your victory, right? Okay, I get it already. I know we don't exactly have many other options to choose from right now. Okay, you cold-blooded machine, you served your sentence, alright. Now go on, get out of here. I knew it. You have changed, haven't you? This new you might make for a dull opponent, but at least she's not bad to talk to. In fact, just this once, I'm willing to help you clean up your own mess now that you've turned this new leaf. Now that's more like it. You know, since I'm here, I think I'll go see this worthless goddess's latest failure for myself. Ishtar, since you have so amused me, I will reward you by vanquishing this beast for you myself. Consider yourself lucky. Indeed, considering this is all taking place outside the realm of mythology, they see no harm in a silly side story where we fight side by side. Who do those two think they are, anyway? Fine, if my poor Gugelana's gotta be broken again, I at least want to break him myself instead of giving him the satisfaction. Get back here, you callous cretins. I'm still the star of the show, damn it. Ishtar just ran off to join them. This should really be an amazing show, senpai. Uruk team-up extravaganza. Are they gonna force me... Are they gonna do a forced support? They did. They are gonna do a forced support. Okay. Support Ishtar. I'm doing my Ishtar. And we'll throw that on. There's only a 10 level difference between mine. Well, 10 levels and 1k foes. But still. This'll do. Pardon the honor. Yeah, okay. I think I should activate this. Oh wait, it is still the same mana burst gem. So do dot. This is quite team up, which is cool. Hey, don't drain my crit stars. Also, lame. Ishtar, why didn't you get a full boost? That's lame. I was hoping for a full boost there. So now mana burst gem is going to waste. Hey, Gugelana, you don't... I was about to say you don't need to be critting as often, but I guess it's fine. If the game's gonna do that for us. We do have Ishtar NP. May as well go for it. In fact, Ishtar Brave Chain. Because why the heck not? Although I feel like Enkidu's gonna be the one doing the most damage here. A la being single target. So... yeah. yawning gracious. Now's where some issues could show up. He does not have evasion. Ow! Sealing my NPs. Yeah, this seems to be a pre-rank up. We'll lower that crit rate. Come on, hit quick, hit quick. Yes! Stun is good. I like seeing the stun. Press red until dead. I'm gonna look something up real quick. Gotta say, I like the anime's rendition of Enema Elish better than the game's, you know. The eardrum blasting version is very nice. Do that. That's the main one I'm talking about. I wonder if they're gonna have that be the thing for Enema Elish in Strange Fake. That'd be quite nice if they do. I don't need to use that. Go do that. Ow. Gil honestly might go down here. Might is the key word, though. Come on, computer. I think so. I don't remember if it had the speaker destroyer, though. There we go. Good job, Enkidu. That's not helpful. Guess I might have to just wing it. Excuse me. Kukulana Mark III is completely shut down. They did it, Senpai. That was a far cry from you and your prime, Bull of Heaven. Had I known you would be this weak, I wouldn't have bothered coming here at all. I'll go retrieve the horns. I trust you're alright with that, Ishtar. Yes. That takes care of that. Oh, by the way, Ishtar. What is it, Mash? Remember how you requested that this incident be kept off the record? Yes. What about it? Well, you should be aware that your request is denied. I'm going to record everything that has happened, including the warnings about what will happen if you try to do something like this again. You can't tee-hee your way out of this, oh goddess. Yeah, you're right. But come on, you saw how awesome my super self was, right? With a few more good workouts, I'm sure I could pull all this off next time. It helps that I have a concrete goal now, you know. Collecting jewels is all well and good, but seeking revenge is real good motivation in its own right. You can't even pretend. Some goddess of prosperity she is. The nature of her lineage of the great earth goddess is far worse than any of the supposedly wicked gods. You there, the mongrel with the misfortune to get caught up in all this. Keep an eye on her to make sure she doesn't get into any more foolish trouble. Ooh, gotta be sassy. Don't be ridiculous, of course I could have done something about her had I chosen to. Just as there is no need to pluck a chestnut out of a fire when it's about to burst open, neither was there a need for me to have anything to do with her. Besides, nature has a way of getting back at you, and that's just as true for gods. You can't go around destroying them without a very good reason. Furthermore, while she may have fallen from grace a bit, she is still a full-fledged, genuine goddess. If she ever truly wished to do so, if she ever truly wished to do so, it would... That's a grammar mistake. What is with the extra she? That extra she is not necessary. It would be a trifling thing for her to destroy all of you mongrels with but a twitch of her little finger. Don't you ever forget that. If for some unfathomable reason you chose to continue your relationship with her, despite all she's put you through, be prepared to endure innumerable repetitions of this little farce. That is my warning to you. Do with it what you will. Sir, yes, sir! And they glittered away. True. Very true. It was nice to see King Gilgamesh and Enkidu leaving together. They may be very strict in their own ways, but they're also wonderfully capable allies. Oh, come on, I don't agree with his warning at all. You guys are still totally on my side, right? Sure, let's go with that. Right, of course you are. I don't like how long it took you to answer that, but seeing as it's been a long day, I'll be generous and consider it your brain taking time to catch up. Anyway, my revenge might have failed, but at least I got some valuable experience, and my noble phantasm is in better shape than ever. So I'd say things turned out pretty well for you on the whole, right? After all, the only thing better than a dependable goddess is an even more dependable goddess. Which is why I'm going to be nice and keep using my noble phantasm to destroy anyone who gets in your way. All you have to do in your turn is kick back, relax like you're on my boat of heaven, and keep indulging my every request. So, it is just increased damage, but it also comes with a Star Bomb now. Nice. Alright. Before I head to the level ups to see if I can't level up a servant, there is something I'm going to try that you guys have said I should be capable of doing here. So let me just claim this stuff real quick. Exchange. Thank you. We're gonna go to the Bleached Earth, and I'm gonna try to do the Super Challenge Quest thing up here. You guys have said that with Cuckoo Lock-In, it is possible. So we're gonna give that a very real shot. She should only be Bond 5. Beowulf. Buster only. Cuckoo Lock-In. I'm gonna go Black Grailing it. Then Koyan. We'll do Fragment of 2030. Backline, we'll just have support units. So, Summer Scotty. Castoria. Memelin. Alright, let's give this a shot. Fatal Battle. Alright. The main issue here is I do not have Kukulakan 10-10-10, and she is also only NP1, so I have no idea how effective we are going to see things here. I pressed the wrong dang servant. I've not really used her, so I'm probably gonna mess up some stuff, but this is a low cost, so it's fine. Probably. Probably. I'll figure it out. That did nothing, guys. Did you lie to me? Okay, Buster crits. I can see it after that damage value. I can see it. I tried using Morgan once, and it did not go so well. There goes one Koyan. And in her place comes a Scotty. Yeah, sure, expend the stars this time. And just keep smacking it down. Push comes to shove, I do have seals, so. That's fair. Koyan number 2 has fallen. Oh wait, you can't command spell revive this, can you? That's right. That's right, you can't command seal revive. Okay. Noted if I fail this time, how to do it better next time. Noted. Scotty has fallen. Yeah, the Buster Crits are doing their job. But even still... Of course he has a guts! Of course he has a freaking guts. No bonus effects, but... Don't use them, you lose them. I don't want to see those loyal soldiers getting off their stuff. Second skill script star buff is the only one that doesn't gain offensive buffs. Noted. Very much noted. Oh, the meme master barely survived by the skin of his frickin' teeth. You know, I'm something of a master myself. Just keep pushing. That would have been... I mean, it's not really that useful, unfortunately, given the circumstances, but... At least I'm learning how to use her. Because this was the first time I've ever used her, so... There she goes. I think that's game, set, match, unfortunately. I unfortunately think that is a game, set, match. I was pretty sure you guys had all told me before that if I use Quetz and her NP, I would be fine, but... Oh well. Why am I getting the Saint Quartz option to continue? Could I have revived with my seals? And I tried Morgan once, and it didn't work. I tried to use Morgan once, and it didn't work. Alright. Anyways, before we end the stream, I do think I have embers enough to boost a servant. And the next servant on the level up order docket is Summer Chloe. So, we're gonna go down here and claim us some foes. And then we will begin here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Summer Chloe is locked in regardless of if anybody surpasses her at this point. Excuse me. I mean, you know, people have been above him, so... Specifically, Chloe just got boosted up last stream, too, so... Alright. Chloe is now all foed up. What was her NP? What NP level did I end up getting her to? I can't remember. Was she NP 5? Yeah, she has NP 5, so she could end up becoming a very potent Avenger for me. Alright, first Ascension here. The Ascension is where I'm a little worried, admittedly. Because I have no idea what kind of mats she might require. I work hard during the week and rest well on my off days. It's important to separate work and play. And on that note, I'll take 2 days off. I'll be checking my email, so don't forget to submit your rough draft by the end of the weekend. So we can get it replaced in time. D++ is her second skill. I'm pretty sure I already knew that, but it's been a while. Are those pluses or minuses, J6? Only a limit of 2, now what? I didn't change anything. Yeah, I didn't change anything in my settings. I'll have to check that. The weekend's almost over. But I haven't heard from the creators at all. We're already behind the schedule and I have nothing but bad feelings. Yeah, that's weird. Hang on, I'm checking stuff here. Viewer rewards, PowerPoints and channels. So far, everything looks good as far as mat cost. Manage PowerPoint channel points. Rewards, servant rank. It says it's a limit of 3. Limit redemptions per user per stream I have set as 3. I mean, I believe you. I do believe you, but, it's weird. Oh, do I not have... I used all my embers. Take those 2 out. I'm gonna... I don't think it'll save... I don't think it'll implement until... I mean, I'll save it just to make sure it's set for 3. Single silver ember, of course. Sugitani. Gotcha, Janice. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know... Let me go to my dashboard. Maybe... That'll give me some idea of what's going on here. Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. That's right, this is me in crunch time, beast mode. I am a sad beast who only specializes in beating the asses of writers whose schedules are getting delayed. That's who I am right now. As of this moment, I declare we are in crunch time. You don't have the willpower? The strength? The hell do I care? What you need is to keep in mind the time left before the deadline. Laughing and crying will need to wait until we submit the manuscript. Right now, you have just become a writing and drawing machine. Manuscript received is her new skill. I still do not have a bit of art there for Sugitani. Make note to myself to insert an image for her. Because she is currently blank face. Yeah, I might as well start looking stuff up now. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But in the meantime, J6, can I... Because I believe you, J6, tell me who you were gonna spend your third stream use of the rank up order document on. And it will be done. Because things seem to be glitching on your end. Tell me who it's for and it will be done. Psycha? Alrighty. So that puts her at 3. And because she was at 3 before Sugitani, she will be above Sugitani. Buster version of Billy the Kid. That's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I misread what you said at first, Janice, and I saw Bustier. Not just Buster, I saw Bustier, and it's like, and that's why I kind of snorted there. But, yeah, alright. Loading up the image to take a screenshot of. So far, Chloe is looking fine as far as mats go for Ascensions. This is her final Ascension. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that final Ascension artwork. Writers are all slaves to entertainment. They can't stop writing even when their body and soul are worn down. They just can't compromise in the face of entertainment. And so, after many dark, sleepless nights, they end up with a manuscript that shines like a dream. Don't worry, your work is sure to move the readers. That's why you just need one last push. Turn your back to all the temptations offered on this run and work on your manuscript. That is the very definition of a writer. I'll reward you plenty when the manuscript is finished. So let's keep going till the end. 3 quartz. Woo, quartz. I need them quartz. Yes, it will be a Night Rain stream tomorrow. Come on. Web page, let me screenshot. Download. And my mind is not in the gutter, I just misread stuffs. Oh no, I'm gonna have to take out even more. More embers need to be withdrawn. I want to avoid taking out any 5-star embers. Is that 4 stars gonna be what we need? We got older 4-star embers. Any older still? No. Okay, oldest 4-star embers I've got should be enough. And it is exactly enough. Very nice. Alright, we will get the skills working on for her as well. But first, going back to my preferred Ascension for Chloe. Honestly, I definitely prefer the first one. It's far more professional looking. And I don't know, just, she definitely pulls off like the jeans, shirt, and skirt look. Why am I going profile? I wanted Ascension character skins. Although, I gotta admit, the yin-yang symbol, like, circling on the ground, is a nice touch there. I do like that. That is pretty cool, but I prefer First Ascension. Okay. So, to skills. Chloe. She is Avenger. She is here. Alright, and so it begins. Will we reach 666 with Chloe, or will we fall short? So far, so good. I'm a little low on those blood drops. And shells, good gracious. I think we'll do it, though. I think that we will manage to pull it off and get 666 on Summer Chloe. Whether or not she will be the crit queen or not remains to be seen, but I do think that I am going to start wrapping this stream up. So, I have been Soulrack Dragon. I hope you've all enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out the channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There's plenty of content for all to enjoy. And if you are watching this on the YouTube, please be sure to drop this video a like, comment down below if you have anything to say, which includes scolding me for not doing that challenge quest on the Bleached Earth correctly. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, that helps me out the most, and it helps you out by letting you know when new videos come out. You might need to press the notification button. I don't really know much about that. Just press it if you are subbed, because it might help out. But, yeah. And if you want to catch me live, you can always check the description down below where there are links to the Twitch and Discord, where you can follow or join and get those notifications. But I think with that, I'm officially going to call it there. I'm also looking through these servants to consider who will be the next 10-10-10, because I've got plenty of QP, but that's for future me. So once again, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic day, everybody.